like Tom Brady getting hurt. I like Tom Brady getting hurt.
Dadgummit and Phillip Rivers. But now it's time for us to get mad. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Up the Gut, your new favorite football podcast. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody, and welcome to Up the Gut, your favorite football podcast and mine. I am Matthew F. Ehlers, and with me, as always, is Don of the Bills Mafia, Patrick Kimmel.
That's me.
What's up, buddy?
This is also my favorite podcast.
Oh, of course it is.
In
Why
general.
wouldn't it be?
I don't know, but it is, and that's what counts.
Exactly.
How you doing? Sweet
I'm
hat, by the
good.
way.
I wore green so people wouldn't pinch me.
I live my life green.
I was going to throw on a Packers hat, but I saw this bad boy, and I thought, let's go with that today.
No, I like it. I'm glad you went that way.
Yeah, a little nostalgia for all the people my age.
So it's a St. Patrick's Day special, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It's not quite the normal show that we usually have because, you know, we've been trying to map out these off-season episodes, have a set rundown.
Yep.
But Monday started legal tampering period. And I think 4:00 today, it was actually beginning of the new season. So I knew that there'd be a lot of moves. So there's no point trying to plan anything. So that's just something I want to throw out there. And happy St. Patrick's Day to Tormented Gaming.
Thanks, Tormented.
You know, how many shows have we done now?
Oh, we've
A
full
lot.
episodes. I want to say we're probably got to be close to at least 20.
Oh, I think we're closer. Yeah, I don't know. We're in the 20 to 30 range, but I think I drank every show we've done, and then it's actually a St. Patrick's Day episode on St. Patrick's Day, and I'm hydrating.
Yeah.
Son of a gun.
It's the worst timing you've ever had.
100%. Well,
Mhm.
before we get into anything, I mean, this show really just isn't the same without our correspondent, our man in the streets.
Yeah.
You know, so I think it's time we brought in the juiced up ogre, Chad Smith himself, who I hear, rumor has it, he's just here to bang.
Hey.
What's up, Chad?
What's up, fellas?
Oh, he ain't wearing green.
I dare you to pinch him.
I got green on that. You just can't see it.
There you go. Well, boys, it's going to be exciting. I don't even know. We're just going to have to do the quickest offseason rundown ever. And someone's beating us to the punch.
Indeed, they are.
Citrix, yes, I saw you guys signed Kyle Long. You beat out the Raiders.
Wait, who's we?
Well, it's clearly the Chiefs. Clearly, the Chiefs signed Kyle Long to a 1-year deal, which
Yep.
is good because, I mean, isn't he an interior lineman?
Let me do some crack research. You
Do some crack research, but
I believe
they also got Joe Thuney, who is an interior, and they just have no tackles. So I just think they're going to double up on the interior and just forget tackles.
Yeah. Kyle Long's a guard.
Yeah, so I guess they got a left and right guard. They got their center, same center from last year, and 0 tackles. So I guess we should get into it. Should we? Should we get into it?
Some.
Not so breaking off-season news.
Yes, and as usual, you know we need to start our not so breaking off season news with.
Oh, you want to start there?
We got to start with Breeze Watch. Yay! And now we know that he's not.
Breaking news. Drew Brees has retired.
Mm-hmm. It's
So,
official.
From Up the Gut, we say congrats on a Hall of Fame career.
Yep.
I'm sure you'll never see this, but if you do, I appreciate it because you're a hell of a player, and she moves like Drew Brees.
Now he'll have more time to chase his whole litter of kids because he's got a whole bunch too.
Him and Phillip Rivers. Yeah, well, yeah, he only has 4. I'm on that level.
One is closer to. I thought it was like 6.
I could be wrong. Maybe some crack research will help. But hey, Ahlers, you remember not so long ago whenever I said that Drew Brees was going to come back, and you're just like, nah, he's going to retire. You remember that?
Of course, I remember.
I'm willing to point out when I'm wrong. A little sad, but it happens.
I like to point out when you're right, and you're right. He does only have 4.
All right, what's up, Chris Horn of Those Taste Bud Guys, our favorite drinking show? Which, we might crack a little breaking news of our own. There may be some booze tasting of those of the Up the Gut boys. We may have some spinoffs. We're just going to steal what they got.
It's possible. A quick thing in the comments: Tormented Gaming got his PS5.
Whoop whoop! I don't even have that. I'm not that cool.
It's okay. You got 4 kids. You're busy.
That's true.
You and Drew Brees.
Drew Brees, Phillip Rivers. I think Fitzpatrick's got a few himself too.
Phillip Rivers has 9.
Yeah. Well, there'll be 10 before we get done with this show. So.
And then as far as the drinking earlier, I tried to tell you, don't feel bad. You're not the only one not drinking alcohol. I got my little green energy drink here.
At least it's green. You're just right on point.
I try.
Hydration.
But yes, Drew Brees not coming back. And I didn't think he would because he definitely wasn't himself last year. I'm actually glad he didn't try to come back just to prove something because I didn't want him to come back and have something happen.
Yeah. I wanted to give him one last go to try to end it on a better note, but you know what? He knows his body more than I do. He knows what he can and cannot do, and he said it's time to call it a career. So, it's a hell of a career.
Now,
and
Ogre, do you think
Tormented Gaming has 4 kids?
Yep. Ogre, do you think we're going to see Drew Brees on the TV now that he's retired from playing?
I think he's one of the guys that once he says he's done, he's done. He's not a Brett Favre that's kind of wishy-washy or anything like that. I think Brees probably took a long time to make this decision. I think he's kind of being pushed into this decision, probably more than just – I think the Saints are probably pushing him a little bit. I think his wife. I think, a lot of things. They're like, hey, look, you've got a Hall of Fame career. Hang it up now. My thing is, what they just paid Jameis Winston, $14 million for 1 year?
Did he get 14?
I thought it was like 10, but yeah, they gave him
10 to 14. I knew Fitzpatrick got 10.
Oh, there he's back. Now, but to answer your question,
it's too much.
We will see Brees on the TV. He's already signed on a broadcast with somebody, NBC or something. He's already signed it. He's going to be on our TVs.
All right. I would love to hear him call a game because he knows the game in and out just as good as anybody.
I think he's going to out Romo. If everybody was impressed with what Romo can do, Brees is going to just kill it. And
Jameis Winston got $12 million.
Yeah, 12.
Yeah,
he did. He was looking to get that Taysom Hill money.
Yeah. Does Taysom start over Jameis?
It's going to be a competition, so maybe.
I think he has to. He might not be as great a thrower, but he already knows that offense.
Hold on. It's St. Patrick's Day. Let's check in on the Bills pub.
Oh, look how it's gorgeous.
No one's there, though. It's still early. It's still early on St. Patrick's Day. Maybe they just haven't started yet.
I've been there, though.
Me too.
Who else?
Lordy, where do you want to start?
I have good news for Packer Nation.
You do.
We've kept Aaron Jones.
And that's good news for you and just you. Everybody else is upset about that.
Oh, I don't think that's entirely true. I don't think the Titans care.
Any other moves, you guys?
Any other moves for us? We lost our center, Corey Lindsley.
He went to what? Chargers?
I believe so. Yeah, Corey Lindsley left, which stinks because he's a really good center. And I don't like when our offensive line has to fall apart like that. I get why, because we were over the cap by a decent amount, and we had to make some moves. And we couldn't keep everybody.
I like that our chat is like ahead of us on the show. Thank you. I like the Bills Pub myself. But this one is the Up the Gut official QB is the official QB of the football team. Yes.
Since last week, our official QB Fitzmagic has a home now.
Yep, and we'll get into that one a little bit later, I'm sure.
Yes, Corey Lindsley's playing with the Chargers.
So other than that, I think Michael Brockers got traded to the Lions.
Yeah.
That's another NFC North. I think we lost Chad, but that's okay. We'll get him back.
Yes, we will. See, the Patriots have signed, I don't know, everybody.
Everybody? Oh, they it's kind of funny because they went from never signing anybody to signing everybody.
Well, they were so far under the cap, they had money to just throw away. Throw away is a strong word, but they had money to burn. That's why they got to be so aggressive this year.
Yeah, but the problem is, oh, by the way, I want to point out that there is a lot of one-year deals going down right now.
Yes, there are. Absolutely.
And I told you this was the year for the one-year deal. It's actually been a lot of 1 and 3 year deals. It's weird. I don't know why 3, but cool. But yeah, so I'm just going to run down, if you don't mind, the Patriots real quick. So they re-signed Cam Newton for 1 year. They got Nelson Aguilar, Kendrick Bourne, Hunter Henry, Jonnu Smith, Trent Brown, Ted Karras, Dietrich Wise. I don't even know who that guy is. Henry Anderson, Matt Judon of the Ravens, Jalen Mills, I think of the Eagles, and Justin Bethel. Oh, hold on. Let's check in on the Bills bar. Oh, wow. There's a KC fan in the Bills bar.
What is going on here?
Dilly. What's up, Chris?
Dilly. You're missing a person.
Yeah, he fell off. I don't know. I think he's having signal issues.
Yeah. He's out there in the sticks.
Don't you know you're in the Bills pub? Got the wrong hat on.
I didn't see anything Bills related over here at all, actually. And just had the sign behind me.
Yeah, but I say turn around, it's right behind you.
Yeah, I think it's going to burn out tonight.
Uh-oh.
I hope not.
Yeah.
It's all right. I know a guy. All right. Well, we're just going through some off-season stuff.
Yeah, Jamal Williams, our backup running back, moved to Detroit.
Yeah.
I'm going to miss seeing him on the team. Like, I get why we cut him because we just gave Aaron Jones all that money. I'm going to miss seeing him do his little dances before the game.
I didn't know he did little dances.
Oh, yeah. That's how he got loose before every game. He's just on the sideline or in the end zone just dancing all by himself like a lonely middle schooler, but it worked.
So what you're saying is you guys are going to get Juju then? Dance battles.
I hope. As much as I need a good number 2 receiver, I hope it's not Juju.
Well, I wasn't sure. I didn't even realize Emmanuel Sanders was on our radar, but we got him, and I think that's going to be a good number 2,
absolutely
3, right in that area. Other than that, the Buffalo, all they did was they just kept their people. Matt Milano, John Feliciano, Darrell Williams, and we got a punter.
I mean, you guys had to get a squad. All you had to do is make sure you didn't lose anybody significant.
Yeah, not lose any significant. And get a tight end.
Yeah.
There are rumors. I haven't seen it yet come through, but there are rumors that we're going to trade for Zach Ertz. So,
oh man, do we need to make a thing for Ertz Watch?
Maybe I'll just take Drew Brees and then leave it all Drew Brees footage, and then at the end just put Ertz Watch. Do you want to talk about the most important off-season acquisition?
For who?
For all of NFL, the most important, the biggest off-season signing is the Chicago Bears picking up Andy Dalton.
Oh, that makes me. And you know what? Do you remember? Do you remember when they thought they were going to get Russell Wilson?
Yeah. No, actually, I heard they offered at least 3 ones, and
And Seattle said no.
and Seattle just said no, we're not, and of course they're not going to.
I mean, I wouldn't. But yeah.
The Bills are topping.
Andy Dalton's up in the north now.
Yeah, a lot of people are not happy with it, but I'm still. I mean, Andy Dalton's he's a low end starter, but he's still a good quarterback.
I don't even know if he'll win the starting job over Trubisky.
I don't think Trubisky's there.
I don't think they got rid of him.
I think he's a free agent. Those are chocolates with Baileys in them. Eat one St. Patrick's Day. But
he still plays for the Bears.
We'll see.
Well,
from what I hear, it's supposed to be Dalton and Foles competing.
Predicting where Bears QB Mitch Trubisky will sign. Okay. So one says they're trying to figure out where. Okay, one says he's a free agent, and one says he still played for the Bears. So one's not updated.
Yeah.
So yes. Okay. So he's gonna have to, because what's his other competition? Is it still Chase Young?
No, Chase Daniels is somewhere else, like Vikings or Lions. No, it's Nick Foles.
That's right. I forgot, because he played for maybe 2 games and then disappeared.
Yeah, no, they benched Trubisky, who was undefeated, and put in Foles, and it wasn't the right move. Did you see that Jacoby Brissett's in Miami?
I did, yeah.
I did not see that. That's actually, I like that.
Yeah, he's too. They said he's Tua's backup, but if Tua doesn't pick it up, we could see Jacoby starting at least a couple games this season.
And the Jets got whoever, Carl Lawson and Corey Davis.
Do they still have your boy?
Who? No, I assume they still have him. There's nothing on here about them picking, him getting picked up. I'm pretty sure that Joe Flacco's still there as the backup.
I mean, I don't know who else would want
him. Everybody in the world, you son of a bitch. Basically, Baltimore lost their entire defense.
Just about, yeah.
But they did keep Derek Wolfe. They got Pernell McPhee back. Zeitzler on the offensive line. They're not worried at all about getting what's his face, Lamar Jackson, any receivers. But maybe they have a plan, which is probably to have him run.
The way that offense runs, they pretty much got everything they need.
What's that? It's Chad.
All right.
You have some trouble there, buddy?
Yeah. I had an important phone call I had to take.
I got you. Okay. Well, we're just kind of running through some people, just some of the major names.
Was it Joe Flacco?
I hope it was Joe Flacco.
What are you guys talking about?
We're just going through some of the offseason acquisitions on teams. We've kind of got the AFC East handled. Now we're kind of in the AFC North. I've got a list by that.
How about AJ Green going to Arizona?
How about everybody going to Arizona? Chad and I were just talking about this. It's bourbon and football. That's about all we talk about. But yeah, so no, AJ Green, I think it's pretty big deal. But now they're starting to get an older receiving core. So
older, but still really
very talented.
That's a really good number 2 option, because DeAndre Hopkins is still going to be the number 1 guy.
Yeah, but then Larry Fitzgerald, he hasn't retired. He's still there. We
might need a Larry watch.
Listen, that receiving core right there, I mean, it don't matter if their combined age is 104. That is one talented Hall of Fame group of receivers.
Could you imagine if they drafted a pretty solid wide receiver? The mentorship he would get there.
Oh, shit.
Learning from AJ Green, Larry Fitzgerald, and DeAndre Hopkins. Having JJ Watt on the other side of the ball.
No, because I have no idea what it's like to draft a wide receiver in the draft.
I can't wait till you guys draft a quarterback in the first round again. I'm gonna have to call the cops to your house to put you under watch.
Probably.
Well, Brandon Allen re-signed in Cincy. That's a big deal. Otherwise, they didn't really do anything. John Johnson signed in Cleveland. Ooh,
I still can't believe
resign.
I still can't believe Andy Dalton went to Chicago. If I was a Bears fan, I'd be very upset right now.
They are, but again, he's not that bad. I like Andy Dalton.
I like Andy Dalton.
I'd rather go.
The Red Rocket needs to be put in the closet.
No, just watch. Just watch. He's going to win this. He's going to have that run game there that he didn't have with Dallas because Zeke's garbage.
I would say all that.
Zeke was very subpar for what Zeke was supposed to be.
Zeke,
you know what?
Look, his attitude's garbage. I'll
give you that.
He's
I actually kind of like what Houston's doing now that I'm reading through this. They got Tyrod there, Mark Ingram, Andre Roberts, he was in Buffalo, Pharaoh Brown, Marcus Cannon, Justin Britt, Shaq Lawson. They traded for him, another former Bill. Christian Kirksey. Like these are they're doing something down there.
No.
Yeah.
All right, you want to do anything? I think we're kind of getting the major names done.
Yeah, then Tampa's just working on not losing anybody important. They just re-signed Shaq Barrett. So he's not going in.
Yeah, they basically got everybody back because they franchise tagged that other guy.
Yep.
Sure. Let's try the playlist.
No.
Maynard James Keenan.
Shut up, Siri. Yeah, no, the only person in Tampa that I don't see sticking around, only because I don't know how they're going to pay everybody, is going to be Sue. Sue's not going to take a pay cut to stay there.
Nah, Sue's he's just bouncing around, but they got Gronk back. Looks like Jacksonville got a little bit of everybody. Marvin Jones, Philip Dorsett, Jamal Agnew, Carlos Hyde, Kim Robinson, like everybody. Shaquille Griffin. Bud Dupree went to Tennessee. George Jenkins. Okay.
Yeah, I guess Shaquille Griffin from Seattle, the one-armed bandit. Or one-handed bandit.
Is that him? But he has a brother. There's twins. So which one's the one-armed? Is it Shaquille or the other one?
Shaquille.
Okay. Ronald Darby went to Denver. Let's see. Kyle Long and Joe Thuney to Kansas City. John Brown, Richie Incognito re-signed with the Raiders. Oh, I heard he didn't. That's what it says. Unique Nguke, Raiders. Quentin Jefferson. It's not on here, but Quentin Jefferson went to the Raiders. All right, we're almost done. Let's get through this.
I don't know what to think of the Raiders. Like, a part of me wants to see them succeed. I feel like they have the talent to succeed. They just keep falling short.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. Oh, Chad.
Can you hear the background?
Yeah.
What is that noise?
Well, now it stopped.
Hey, why don't I give you my top 10 real quick? And,
all right. Yeah.
That would
Yeah. We can switch it up. I mean, we pretty much hit all the not so breaking off season news.
I'm gonna take a picture of it and send it to you, Patrick, and then you can
All
tell
right.
everybody what my top is.
All right, cool. That'll work.
Sorry about the technical difficulties for the 7th week in a row with my iPhone.
once you get off the road, we'll get you set up with a we'll get them set up.
Yeah.
Oh,
But at least he's got a list to send you.
Yep. Nope. He does.
Yeah. Look at him.
Andy Dalton, Allen Robinson is still there. Okay. Ooh. Don't know who that is. Okay. I'm just running through. Literally, all it says for Green Bay is you guys re-signed Aaron Jones.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
Re-signed Aaron Jones.
Ooh, the Falcons got Lee Smith from Buffalo trade.
Yeah, got a new deal for Aaron Jones. Reworked Zadarius Smith's contract so we can keep him. Yeah. It's been quiet in free agency because it's almost always quiet in free agency in Green Bay.
Yeah, but we'll see. I'm still just waiting for that trade. Okay, that's that. Is that it?
I believe so.
Not so breaking off-season news.
And that was our not so breaking off-season news for this week. Before we go any farther, though, just a friendly reminder: if you're watching this video and you like what you see, hit the like button and click on the bell.
Yeah, if you're watching right now, just click that like button.
Also, if you're watching right now, we're here at this time every week.
Yeah. And hold on, I got stuff. Like, subscribe, tell your friends. It's important. Find us on socials at Up the Gut.
Up the Gut 1.
Yeah, Up the Gut 1.
Don't forget the 1. We had to put that there because apparently another Up the Gut, which I don't even think had anything to do with football, already existed.
It's probably about eating. I assume it's about eating.
I do like eating.
Let's check in on the Bills bar.
Ah, he's gone. Or invisible.
Huh. He must have been lonely.
I mean, the only Chiefs fan in a Bills bar, I could see it.
I can't see him. I don't know where he went. It's so boring.
I went to a Chiefs bar down the road.
We interrupt this broadcast to bring you the official quarterback of Up the Gut.
That's how I know that I'm unstoppable. I don't care what they all say. That's right. I'ma do this thing my way. Let's go. Been grinding hard on it all day. Okay. We work hard, then we all play. Yeah. I'm addicted to the grind, man. That's right. So I refuse to waste time, man.
Yeah, there he is. Our official quarterback. Fitz magic.
Oh, where are we going now, Ehlers?
It might be time to rate some stuff. What do you think?
Do we want to?
I mean, I like rating stuff.
Up the Gut, rate some stuff.
Go on and rate it.
We will go on and rate it. And this week we're rating running backs.
How many running backs?
10. I'm going to let you kick this one off.
Oh, that's so nice of you. At number 10, I have Melvin Gordon.
Melvin Gordon did not make my list. I had J.K. Dobbins.
Ooh. But,
And here's why. Here's why. You don't hear his name a lot because of the offense he runs in Baltimore. But with the work he put in, dude had 6 yards a carry.
no, he's good, but he's still the second best running back on his team. And that is why he didn't make my list.
That's why he made my list, because even though he's not the workhorse, when they call on him, he gives you results.
Melvin Gordon's just been solid, man. You know, he was San Diego, and then he was in Denver last year, and even then, he's not super flashy at the moment. You don't hear his name a lot, but he still has solid yards, and he gets the job done.
Yeah. I mean, well, you heard his name a little more often in San Diego / Los Angeles.
Yeah.
They were better offense.
Yeah. But, I mean, Denver was kind of falling apart, but they had a lot of injuries to the wide receiver position. But, you know, I've liked him. I think he has a good game. It was him and Gurley, I think, came in about the same time.
Yep.
And I'm getting text.
Is it from Joe Flacco?
No, it's not. I wish it was, though.
I know you do. I'm glad it's not, because I don't want to change our official quarterback.
I don't know if we can now. I like that video too much. Where's my mouse?
This is where I put David Montgomery.
David Montgomery did not make my list.
Which, again, I get, because he's a good running back, but he plays on a bad team, so you're not going to hear his name as often either.
Well, this goes to the point of there's a lot of interchangeable spots at the last couple. You know, the top 5 are probably pretty set. Even maybe the top 6 should be pretty solid, unless you know you're you and you leave someone off completely. But we'll get to that. but it's just kind of a flavor, and I put Josh Jacobs here.
Well,
I think I like what he does. I like the way he runs. So and
would you
again, it's just
classify
right
him
there with
as a?
Melvin Gordon.
Would you classify Josh Jacobs as a Gruden grinder?
No,
No.
I don't like the sound of that. It kind of upsets me a little bit. Anyway,
No, I like David Montgomery. Chicago's not a great offense, but he was still top 10 in scrimmage yards per game.
And it took him like 5 or 6 games before he really found his run. Like the beginning of the year, he was not on. Like they weren't running well at all. So maybe that's kind of why he hit there towards the end of my list, or he didn't hit on my list. But yeah, he very well could have been. Yeah. It just when I looked through the names and the stats, I just decided that he could be an honorable mention. He's not, but he made your list, so that's something.
Yeah.
8 is where I have Nick Chubb.
This is where I have Josh Jacobs.
Oh, that was close. Nick Chubb, really, it's surprising he made it this high up or even on the top 10, considering that he splits time with was it Kareem Hunt or something like that?
Yeah,
I think it's Hunt. So, but he runs hard, man. I like what he does there in Cleveland. So,
and Nick Chubb is a beast.
He is.
I'm glad he doesn't have to shoulder the entire load for the running game, though, because I'd hate to see him get hurt.
Yeah, no. I mean, sometimes whenever you don't do that, you get too much rest, and that's the reason you get hurt.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the fact that he was third in rush yards per game, even though he's splitting time.
Yeah, wow. That's impressive. So I wasn't sure if you had anything else you want to say about Josh Jacobs.
Nah, we pretty much covered him. We like him. We hope he has more success. And we hope someday maybe he can get out of Vegas, because I don't know if the Raiders are that close to being champions anytime soon.
That's a gamble.
7.
This is where I put Nick Chubb.
Wow, we're just a little bit off. Just a little bit off. This is where I put Jonathan Taylor. I like him. I
Me too.
He's so quiet about it. That's the thing I like about him. Like, a lot of people don't even really realize who he is. But that dude puts up some numbers and he can run. He's probably one of the reasons that Phillip Rivers was as successful as he was.
Yeah. No, Phil Rivers definitely leaned on that run game when he moved down to Indy.
And that's good, though. At his age, he needed to.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Jonathan Taylor, third in total rush yards and rushing touchdowns. He put in some work for Indy.
He did. It's surprising, too. Just because it was so quiet about it. Not that he's not talented, because he clearly is. It's just you didn't hear a lot about Indy's run game. It was always Phillip Rivers.
Yeah, it's a quarterback-driven league.
Yep.
6.
This is where I have Aaron Jones.
Ooh. Wow. Weren't you the guy that told me that he was a top 5 running back?
Well, I mean, he's 6, so he's just outside of it. But I went back, I looked at some numbers, I moved him around. So, yeah, I got Aaron Jones in my 6th spot.
Wow. Well, he very well could have been in my 6th spot, but the reason he's not is because I had to knock a couple guys down.
Yeah.
Because they were injured last year. So this is where I put Christian McCaffrey. Snap. Why didn't you remind me? I have Chad's.
Yeah.
Chad's sitting there. He's like, you guys aren't saying mine. So real quick, I'm going to do Chad's.
Absolutely. You don't
Clyde
have to
Edwards-Helaire.
At 10?
At 10.
Ooh.
And he didn't get a full season in because he did end up getting hurt.
Yeah.
But he showed a lot of promise. He definitely embarrassed the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, like when it first started, I thought, like before Herbert really blew up, I thought Helaire had a good shot at being Rookie of the Year.
Oh, no, he did until he got hurt. And again, with Burrow getting hurt and Helaire getting hurt and then Herbert blowing up, I mean, it was clear that he was going to get it, but it would have been a lot closer if 2 of those 3 hadn't got hurt.
Right.
All right.
9.
Josh Jacobs. Same spot as me.
Yeah, so you two matched on that one.
8.
Aaron Jones.
8th.
8.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wonder if he just thinks it's because he's benefiting from playing on a good offense.
I mean, that is definitely a factor in there. Having Aaron Rodgers throwing the ball around, it's going to open up some run holes. So, I don't know.
7.
Oh, you cut me off.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Man, once I press these buttons, there's no stopping it. What were you going to say?
I was just going to say, Aaron Rodgers has had other running backs in that offense, and they couldn't do what Aaron Jones did.
Eddie Lacy.
Oh, skinny Eddie Lacy.
Anyway, 7, Ezekiel Elliott.
Zeke didn't even make my list.
He didn't make mine either, but he could have been 10. He had good stats. Like I said, I just expected more from him with Dak going down. There was once a debate: pay Zeke, pay Dak. They paid Zeke, and he just really hasn't lived up to that since. He should be Derrick Henry type stats, and he's not. I mean, he has top 10 stats. He could be up there, but just for that reason, I didn't put him on mine. Are we still? Let's see. Did I say we're on 6? So we'll do his 6 right now.
6.
Nick Chubb.
Yep.
All right.
He's one off for me on that one. That's where I put Aaron Jones. I mean, Aaron Jones was top 5 in rush yards per game. He's also a decent receiver at the backfield. But
The Bills pub died.
Oh,
Something
okay.
must be.
You can rebuild it.
Anyway, Christian McCaffrey, again, he could be top 3 easily, but he was hurt, so just kind of
and that was a big loss for Carolina.
Oh, it was.
That's like 70% of your offense.
All right. Anything else you got to say on them before I kick us off?
Nope. I think we're ready to go number
5.
That was time perfect.
Yep. So who do you have at 5?
Me?
Yep.
This is where I have Saquon Barkley.
This is where I have Jonathan Taylor.
See, we're close. See, again, Saquon could have been top 2, but he was hurt last year. I think he'll come back and be, if not as good, better, or right in the same area. And this is also where Chad had Saquon Barkley.
For his sake, I hope so. Saquon didn't make my list only because he didn't play at all last year.
But you just can't deny his talent. I mean, to pretend he's not a top 10 running back just because he was hurt, and that's just crazy. You're crazy, Matt.
I just go by the numbers I see, and he didn't have any.
Yeah, well, I just
that's not to say that he can't come back next year and be towards the top of the list, but just
you broke the Bills bar.
No, the battery died.
Oh,
now I can't watch it there.
My laptop has a bad battery.
Oh no.
Anyway, anything else we got on 5?
No, we first covered Jonathan Taylor and how we all like him, and I hope he has continued success because he's a fun running back to watch.
He really is, and he's again talented.
4.
This is where I put Christian McCaffrey.
Ooh,
because
this is where Chad put Alvin Kamara.
Is that where you put Alvin Kamara?
This is where I put Aaron Jones.
Okay, yeah.
See, I think that he is. I mean, he was one of the only to average over 5 yards. Was he like 5.5 yards a carry?
I have those stats pulled up already.
Yeah, crack research.
Yeah, Aaron Jones had 5.49 yards a carry.
I mean, just he's whenever I hear Matt Archibald Ehlers say that this guy is a top 5 running back, I take that to heart. And honestly, if those other 2 guys had been healthy, Barkley and McCaffrey, he probably would have been in that 6 range for me. But I knocked those guys down because of the injuries. Because I think they're still talented, but come back from an injury, you got to give a little bit of a hit to them.
Yeah. This is where I put McCaffrey because even though he had limited playtime last year because he also got hurt, he was 3rd in total yards per game. In the little amount of time he got to play, he put in work. A lot of work because he has to because that's how bad the rest of his offense is.
Yeah, and they're going to have to figure out a way to they're going to have to get him a better quarterback or something because
Yes.
he doesn't need to be, he doesn't have the Adrian Peterson frame. And even
No.
that wore on Adrian Peterson when he was 100% of the offense. So,
But now Christian McCaffrey, he can run, he can catch. I think he can block too.
yeah, no, he's willing to put himself out there.
Yeah. Christian McCaffrey can do just about everything as well as almost anybody in the league. Hopefully next year we'll get to see a full season of him and just
Maybe that'll make Teddy better.
Oh, absolutely.
And then as far as Alvin Kamara, that one's pretty much a no-brainer. I mean, I watched him play Green Bay and just could have told you he was a top 4 running back.
Well, our run defense is suspect.
That was a little mean of me. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's fine. It's the truth.
I was just playing. But no, I mean he's really good. He's especially when you mix in the fact that he he can do it not only running, but he's also really good from the backfield, swing passes, screen passes.
Yeah.
Even just catching passes. He was a big help to Drew Brees late in his career. So,
yep.
All right.
3.
I think that's where we're at, right?
Yep.
Is this me?
Yep.
This is where I put Alvin Kamara.
That's where I put Alvin Kamara. Finally got one.
Yeah, and this is where Chad put Christian McCaffrey. So we've already said a whole bunch about these guys. So anything you want to say before we move on?
Well, just a reminder that Alvin Kamara led all running backs in receiving yards by a good margin. Like the next closest person on that list was over 150 yards behind him.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what Drew Brees likes, and what Drew Brees likes, Drew Brees gets.
I think it's what Sean Payton likes. Sean Payton loves to run the screen.
Yeah, well, when you got Alvin Kamara, it's I mean, it is what it is.
He was running the screen all the time back when they had Mark Ingram. Reggie Bush, Mark Ingram, all those running backs benefited from it.
Mm-hmm.
Latavius Murray.
And they got signed for it.
But Alvin Kamara is so far the best one at it.
2.
This is where I put Dalvin Cook.
This is where Chad put Dalvin Cook.
Is it where you put Dalvin Cook?
It's where I put Dalvin Cook.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I think the top 2 in the league is pretty easy to figure out.
You just wait. You haven't seen my number 1 yet. Anyway, Dalvin Cook has just been tearing it up. I think the guy that was in the Bills bar, Chris, I think he had Dalvin Cook on his fantasy league, and sometimes he would win the fantasy his week off the back of Dalvin Cook, solely.
I mean, Dalvin Cook led the league in total yards per game between rushing and receiving.
He's just good. There's no way about it. 1 and 2 could be interchangeable. The only reason that I think 1 got 1 is pretty obvious.
Because he's the best running back. I mean,
I agree.
But Dalvin Cook is such a weapon.
He is.
Could you imagine if he had a top tier quarterback on that offense?
Could you imagine if he was in Buffalo?
Oof.
1.
Honestly, if any of these guys on this list were in Buffalo, it'd be so huge.
Yeah, it would be. There's some I wouldn't want, but
yeah,
there's a lot I would want. I mean, really anything's an upgrade at this point. And I like Delvin Singletary, and I like Zach Moss, but doesn't get you. I think Singletary had like 600 yards on the season.
Yeah,
and we're a playoff team. We're in the AFC Championship. So number 1. We'll let Chad go first. Chad has Derrick Henry.
Who do you have at 1?
I have Derrick Henry.
I also have Derrick Henry because honestly, when someone rushes for 2,000 yards, you can't have anyone above them on a running back list.
And a big part of it is if he has 100 yards in a game, I say, man, he had a down game.
Yeah. I mean, real quick, his average rushing per game was almost 127 yards a game.
So yeah, Derrick Henry was clearly going to be number 1, and I love that he runs like a proper gentleman, straight back, pinky out.
He does. But he's a pure running back because just take a guess at how many receiving yards per game Derrick Henry has. His average.
On average? 20?
7.
7?
Yeah.
I thought I was going a little on the low side.
No,
But yeah, that doesn't surprise me. But I mean, they had and still have, but had weapons there. So I mean, that's all you had to do. I don't know. I think that means he has more passing yards than he has receiving yards.
Yeah.
Anyway, so any honorable mentions?
Saquon's my honorable mention. I know how good he was. He got a huge injury, missed the entire year. We'll see how he is coming back from it. But like I said, there's nothing stopping him from coming back next year and being in my top 3.
It doesn't look like Chet has any honorable mentions. That's okay. It's not a requirement. My honorable mention is Kenyon Drake and Lamar Jackson.
Yep, I saw that coming.
Yeah, I think everybody saw that one coming. I couldn't honestly put him on the list because he's not a running back, but he is the best running back on the Baltimore Ravens. So
he's the best runner, not running back. Runner.
He's a running back. When you have days that you run almost as much as you throw, I want to hear it.
Yeah, and that was Up the Guts. Rate some stuff.
A little more. Oh wait, is your roommate sleeping?
Who cares?
Give us some passion.
I was just going to cut to the video. That's all I wanted. I just wanted the video again. I love that video.
I enjoy it too, and I don't know why. Just fire and metal.
It's just that piece at the end. Just go on and rate it.
We rated it all right. We rated it so good.
All right. I mean, where we've got this far, there's only one segment left. The most negative segment on the show. The show where we get to vent when someone makes us angry and accosts us personally. We call it Flip and Flip That Guy.
Flip and dadgummit!
Funny enough, though, I don't have a Flip and Flip That Guy this week. No one really made me angry. There's no move that I thought was just terrible. A lot of people are mad about the Andy Dalton thing, but as a Packers fan, that makes me so happy. I'm so happy that he went to Chicago. I'm good this week. So what about you? Anybody make you angry?
I've got 2.
2. Good. You're covering for me then. 2.
So my first one, we'll start off with the Washington football team.
Okay. Why are we mad at them?
You're like, how can we mad at the Washington football team? Weren't they just in it like last week whenever they cut Alex Smith? Because you don't just cut Alex Smith, Washington football team. That's not what you do because everybody loves Alex Smith. We all can agree that we all love Alex Smith. We'll save the rest for whenever he signs with the team. So I was all about hating the Washington football team. And what do? What did this Washington football team do? They get back in my good graces. Those sons of bitches. How do you get – what do you just go to get back inside of Fitzpatrick, huh? Side of the official quarterback of Up the Gut. Huh? Washington football team? How dare you make me like you after you cut Alex Smith? Sons of bitches.
So wait. So you're mad at them because they got on your good side?
Yes, they cut Alex Smith. I should have hated them forever. And then they're like, man, how can we get back in the good graces of Patrick there at Up the Gut?
Oh,
let's sign their official quarterback.
You have had the most positive flip that guys. Two of the past 3 times we've done this.
Well, how dare they? I mean, so Washington football team for signing Fitzpatrick, you awesome
That's
people.
Why I
you
gave them a pass. That's why I didn't flip that guy with them this week because they made up for it. Kind of. Not all the way.
I didn't want to like them. They cut Alex Smith, and everybody loves Alex Smith.
You don't have to like them. You just have to be happy that Fitzpatrick has a home.
I am, but I mean, good for them because they're talking about him retiring, no interest. And then Washington football team's like, we need you. So you know what, Washington football team? Flipping, dadgummit!
All right, so then who's your second one? Who else made you happy? So happy that you were angry?
It's not happy. This one, it's like the
Oh, this
JJ
one's
Watt
okay.
thing. I'm not necessarily mad because they didn't come to my team. I'm just mad about the way they went about it. So
Okay.
JJ Watt says, I want to go to contender. So he goes to a team that didn't even make the playoffs. Yeah, it worked for him. That's where he wanted to go. Cool. He got paid to go there. Cool.
They could be contender. Arizona has made the right move so far this offseason.
Off-season free agent pickups are rarely the key to playoff success. We all know this. So what is the key to playoff success? Having been there, having the team still intact that can do that. Not just adding a bunch of pieces, meshing them for 1 year and hoping for the best. So that's cool. If he has a scheme he likes, and if he has a weather he likes and money he likes, good for him. But don't say, I want to go to contender and then go to a non-playoff team. It's not how this works. So that's where I get to this week. Hunter Henry, don't leave the LA Chargers and say, I want to play with a good quarterback. And then go and play with Cam Newton. That's not a good quarterback. It's like these guys are, it's like, here, let's say something and do the opposite.
Maybe he still sees 2014 Cam Newton.
No, he doesn't. He saw third highest paid tight end in NFL. That's what he saw. Sorry, I'm getting a little dehydrated from all my screaming about how these people did what's best for them. How dare they? How dare they? Well, so Hunter Henry, I'm glad you went to a team. I hope you fail miserably there. Unless Alex Smith goes there, then we'll be talking. But until then,
you still
Hunter Henry,
fail because they're your division rival.
They won't beat us, so they can still be good if they have Alex Smith. So, Hunter Henry. Flipping, dadgummit. I secretly hope that Philip Rivers just watches this segment of our show and that's it. Like he tunes in, he's like, yeah, flip that guy. He's like, hey, kids, quiet down. Flipping that guy.
I mean, technically, you could chop up the video and just send that segment to him directly via Twitter.
He doesn't have a Twitter. He's an old guy with 9 kids. He doesn't have Twitter.
But I bet someone in his 12-person household has Twitter.
Yeah, I'm going to get on his kid's Twitter and say, hey, tell your dad to watch this. No, Up the Gut doesn't go that route.
Yet.
Oh, so you didn't tell me. Did you like the Irish intro?
I love the Irish intro. I love that music. You couldn't tell because it was the intro playing, but the whole time I was just sitting here was like,
I like it. Oh, yeah. That was the one thing I got to do because, work has been busy. So I'm like, you know what? This is the St. Patrick's Day special. I'm going to cut this up. And cut it up I did.
Yes, you did. Magnificently.
Oh.
Like,
subscribe.
Yeah, I believe that's our show for this week. Sweet and simple. I had fun. Did you have fun?
I always have fun.
Good. I hope people that are watching had fun. And hopefully you guys will like, subscribe, and spread the word. And leave comments. That's the big one. Leave us some comments.
Especially once it's archived. So that means once we get done being live and it goes archived into into YouTube, that's when the comments really count.
Yeah.
Not that your comments right now don't count because I enjoy responding to your comments.
Yeah. But trust me, if you leave a comment, we will read it.
Yeah.
And any suggestions to make the show better, we'll definitely take a look into it because we're here for you guys.
Yeah.
And
watch for us to play some video games with Tormented Gaming. Watch for us to drink some booze with those Taste Bud guys. And watch for possibly a new video segment of Up the Gut drinks bourbon.
Yeah.
That is a very possible thing.
Up the Gut drinks bourbon.
Yeah, because I like bourbon.
You do love bourbon.
Mm-hmm. And you probably saw some in the Bills bar before Chris crashed the bar, getting all wasted. All right. What do you got for us?
All I got is have a good St. Patrick's Day. Everybody go out, celebrate, but be safe, drink responsibly. And last but not least, the most important thing, the thing I ask you to do every single week, tell your moms about us.